Hey, what's up everyone? Welcome back to my channel. Today I'll be talking about how much do you really need to come to South Korea. I know I make the process sound easy, which is not, because although you do make a lot of money when you live here or you're able to save, you still need money to come here, and it's a lot. So I'm going to break down for you in 12 points, okay? So yeah, let's get into it. The first point is definitely your TESOL. You will need a teaching certificate, whether it's a TEFL or TESOL, it's okay as long as it's over. I'm not sure if it's 100 hours or 120 hours, but to be safe, I got mine for I got the 120 hours one, so just do that to be safe. And there are a lot of them everywhere. I'll link down all the ones I know on the description bar, the website, so you can go check them out. The cheapest I know is around 500, and the most expensive goes to around 14,000. So you just need to find the right one. There isn't really a difference. The one year 500, nale year 15,000 rand, like ziafana. So don't stress about that. Like, just do. I really recommend the cheapest one, because why spend so much when you can get it for like a much lower price? And the certificate is around 4 weeks long. Yeah, so approximately 1 month, and it's not difficult at all. Like, yeah, it's just like assignments, and they're all different, but it's all just to basically prepare you and give you an idea of how to lesson plan and how to be a teacher. Number two, you will need your transcripts, all your university transcripts of your degree, or your qualification, for those who are coming with talk and just need a diploma. So yeah, you need to go to university and ask for your transcripts. They want two sealed transcripts. So I think it depends from institution to institution. I got mine for free, and I know some universities charge 400 or 200, so it all depends on that, but you definitely need around, I'd say less than 500, like let's say 500 for your transcript. Number three is money for your passport. Okay, I think this is pretty obvious. If you're gonna be leaving South Africa, you need a passport. Your passport takes around 2 weeks. Like, they're really starting to speed up the process, and I would really urge people to do it online, because Home Affairs like takes time. So just do it online, apply online, and when it says where do you want to take your fingerprints, pick your bank. But it's like a specific branch, not all like standard banks or not all FNB, but it will say, give you an address of which bank to go to, which I highly recommend, because there's really no line. You just walk into the bank, they do the whole process you should do at Home Affairs. So they take your ID photos, they will do your fingerprints, and even when your passport is ready for collection, you fetch it at the bank, and there is no lines. So definitely you should do this. I think I would recommend this method for you. And the passport is 400 rand. So yeah. Oh, also another thing that I almost forgot, you need to be banking with that bank. So if I bank with Standard Bank, so I can only do this whole process with Standard Bank. I can't do it with FNB or ABSA. So yeah, keep that in mind. Number four, you will need a police clearance. Police clearance is to check that you have no criminal records. This is 114 rand, and you can do it at any police station, preferably one near your area. I know some police stations are strict, and they'll ask you to give proof of residence to see that you live around there. Yeah, you get to the police station, they do your fingerprints, you pay the 114 rand. This takes a while. This takes like 4 to 6 weeks, depending on your police station, or I don't know, the time period, how many people are applying, but it takes a while. So I definitely say do this sooner than later. When your police clearance is ready, it's like a certificate that shows that you don't have any criminal records. You'll get an SMS to come and collect it. Number five, you have to take that police clearance as well as your qualification and take it to Pretoria, some place where you need to apostille and check. Basically, you take it to high authority like a judge for them to really confirm that your degree or your qualification and the police clearance is valid, like, you know, it's real. And this is free. This is really free, but I put it on this price because it's free for people that live around Pretoria that can go there for themselves, or like I lived in Joburg and I drove there by myself. But if you do not live close, let's say you're in Cape Town or you're in Western Cape or wherever, then you will have to use an agency. Send your documents to the agency. The agency goes and apostles and does everything for you. Then they send it back to you, and that costs around 840 or 800. They're all different, but I'll put it down below. If you live around like Pretoria, I'll really say just do it yourself because it's free. But I understand if you live in Cape Town, it's going to be much expensive for you to fly to Pretoria and then do that whole thing. So yeah. Also, okay, the timeline to apostle your degrees and documents, this takes 1 day, but like not 1 day is in like same time, so you fetch it the next day. But if you do it with an agency, it will probably take like a week or two because they do it in bulk. So like they'll wait for a few people to send their stuff in, and then come collect and deliver to everyone. Step number 6, you'll need money to send your documents to Korea. So once EPIC has accepted you, they'll ask you for all these documents that I've mentioned, as well as some that I didn't mention, but those are free. And you take those documents and you send them to your agency or straight to EPIC. I use DHL, and DHL is around 620 Rand. Okay, number 7, once your documents are sent, they'll receive your documents, check that everything is correct, and then send you your contract. Once you receive your contract at your house, then you take that contract as well as, what else? Your passport, and you go and apply for a visa. A visa is 840 Rand. There's an embassy also in Pretoria. I went by myself, so I just paid 840. There are, again, agencies that you can use if you live far to do that whole process. And the visa was pretty quick. The visa took days. Like my visa, I got my visa in 3 days. Some it took 5 days, some it took a week, 2 maximum. Like you'll probably have your visa within 2 weeks. Number 8, you will need to buy your flight ticket. So this varies depending on when you're booking, depends on the airline, but I know the cheapest I've seen was with Ethiopian Airline, and it was 6,000 Rand. I know a girl who came with that, and it goes up to like 14,000 depending on also the Rand, how weak the Rand is or how strong the Rand is doing. So yes, anywhere between that. I use Cathay Pacific and it was 8,000 Rand. Okay, and number 9 is really optional. I didn't do number 9. It's if your bags are overweight, but I'd say definitely have money if you don't have a scale at home. I have a scale at home that I use to weigh my bags before I left, so I knew that I was fine. But if you cannot find a scale anywhere, also bring money for that. And again, I cannot tell you the exact price of this because it depends on the flights and how much they charge per kilogram that you overweight. Number 10, you need money for your international driver's license. This is if you want to drive in Korea. If you don't want to drive in Korea, then that's fine. You don't need this. You can do this for 263 Rand. But I recommend it because it's nice to like experience driving on the opposite side of the road, and just like when you go to other places where you really need a car. So yeah, I'll definitely recommend this, and I have a video up explaining the whole process. I'll link it somewhere up here. Click here to see more information about that. And number 11 is you'll need money for any additional stuff you want to bring. So your spices, your tampons, if you're a tampon girl, definitely bring your own tampons, your food, your hair products, you know, all of that. You'll need money for anything extra that you might need. And last but not least, number 12, you'll need money for your first month of survival. I recommend you bring around 11,000 Rand to 7,000 Rand, like depending on how much you have. Like, you don't need a lot to survive first month. I know it seems like it's a lot, but once you do it like one by one, like once you finish paying for your TESOL, that's out of the way. Once you do your visa, that's out of the way. Once you know, so like it's not like this bulk amount in total. But it's definitely worth it. You get back all your money within your stay here. And yeah, I really hope I am clear and you can see me, because it's raining. And I really contemplated filming this because I thought it would be dark and gloomy, but anyways, I always show up. So I hope you enjoyed the video, and thank you so much for everyone that's been subscribing, and all your comments, all your DMs, all your like private messages you guys sent me. Like, thank you, I really appreciate it. And yeah, any questions you might have, just comment down below and I'll respond. I'll see you next time. Peace.